It's Vancouver, British Columbia, and it's the Sapphire Princess on embarkation day, and the cruise is delayed because of a propulsion problem coming up from Los Angeles on the day before the cruise. So here we are on the upper deck watching the Holland America ship do what we're supposed to be doing about this time.
To 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., which you can imagine all of the passengers trying to show up at the same time. You can imagine how much fun that was going to be. But not too bad. This cruise terminal here at Canada Place has the Holland America that you see right here leaving, us on the Sapphire Princess, and then you've got the Celebrity Edge over there. So 3 full cruise ships, and they were moving and grooving down there in the lower decks of the cruise terminal. Security and everything was pretty quick. Thankfully, they didn't take too much of a look at my carry-on, where I have all my electronics and all of my cables and all of that stuff, because sometimes that gives me a little bit of pause when they look through there. So nice and quick breeze through security. So that was beautiful. We're on the ship. The only thing that's interesting is it's 4:09, and we don't know exactly what time we leave because the embarkation window was 3 to 5 p.m. According to the email they sent out. So I don't know how long before everybody's actually on board the ship. There was an announcement earlier from somebody who we could barely understand about doing the muster drill, which we've already gotten that out of the way. But I don't know what time we're actually leaving. None of the crew members seem to know. They're basically waiting on the captain. Oh, there's Koningsdam's horn there. And of course, the horn is at the front of the ship, pointed to the front of the ship. So it's blaring that right into downtown Vancouver. It's a nice long lay on the horn there. Now you do have all the seaplanes on the other side of the ship over there that are going out. So you got a seaplane back here, directly behind us, directly behind the ship, but he's taken off. So you got a couple of ferry boats back here. So of container ships. I think the way out to the Atlantic is back around here to the left, back that way. There's kind of a bridge back here in the background, and I think you have to go under that bridge to get out.
So as it turns out, we would be there for many more hours. We didn't actually leave until like about 15 minutes after midnight. It was crazy. And we were seriously wondering if we were actually going to go anywhere, because just a few weeks before this, one of the Royal Caribbean Alaska cruises had a similar, not exactly similar to us, but they had a mechanical issue. And all of the passengers had boarded the ship. It was embarkation day. And after all of the passengers were already on the ship on that cruise, Royal Caribbean decided to cancel it, kick everybody off, and send them home. And that was just a few weeks before ours right here. And so we were seriously wondering if that was going to happen to us too.
Take essential is a 3-step process.
Now see how they're turning?
And the captain and the first officers didn't do the best job of explaining what was going on. We would get some periodic bits and pieces of information, but it could have been much better. So beautiful Vancouver here. Lots of little seaplanes to watch and keep us entertained on the upper deck here. Now they did end up making it up to us though, because as we would find out later in the cruise, they did give us a pretty nice refund on this one and a pretty big future cruise credit that we ended up using on a Canada cruise that we're doing in 2025. So
before we set sail this evening, or your own personal devices once you are connected to the dial net.
See the beautiful back of the ship here.
Step 1 and 2.
Beautiful Saturday here. I am standing port side, deck 12, Sapphire Princess, as you see Vancouver here. Ooh, look at this. We got a seaplane right here below us. Lots of activity here in Vancouver, 5:05 p.m. Woo, bright sunshine. And I forgot to bring one of the lavalier mics. Oh, see, they're getting this bar ready. Yeah, 71.
It's still pretty warm.
Yeah, warmer than I would have expected.
Departure from Vancouver this evening. Our guest check-in process has just ended, and the final embarkation will be completed, or is being completed just now.
This is
Opening
the
hours of the
buffet
medical
area.
center can be found by the
All of the
entrance
seating.
on deck number 4 or at the
That's
guest services
one
desk
side.
on deck number 6. If you experience a medical emergency or you're feeling unwell, please dial 911.
All of the seating.
If you go to the medallion, please contact guest services directly and air replacement will be issued.
Seating, seating,
Newly issued
seating.
medallion will deactivate
And
the
this is the
original
other
one.
side of
Finally, ladies and gentlemen, if you have
buffet
not
for
done
there.
so already, please make sure to watch the safety video.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hours are.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. For this particular cruise, we upgraded to the Princess Premier, or whatever the highest level is, and so that's going to be pretty cool because this little medallion right here, and they just hook you up with whatever. It's pretty cool. It's easy to get in the stateroom, order drinks, etc. It's pretty neat. We normally cruise with Royal Caribbean, and they don't bundle anything, so I was really looking forward to the chance to sort of book a cruise where, yeah, it's more money to do the upgrade, but it's like you pay for it, like, you know, in advance, and then just everything you need is there on your on your reservation, and it's all included. You don't have to worry about it. I shouldn't have any sort of an onboard account balance at the end of the cruise. Everything should be just taken care of, so I'm really looking forward to seeing kind of how that plays out over the course of the cruise. Don't normally get that because we normally sail with Royal Caribbean and they don't do anything like that, which is kind of irritating. So, looking forward to this. Is our first cruise with Princess, first time on Princess at all, and kind of booked it a while back just to sort of try Princess out. Wanted to go back to Alaska, so just really waiting to see how the whole experience plays out.
Now, just for a little bit of context, we really, really did enjoy the cruise with Princess, to the point where we were going to take that future cruise credit that they gave us and literally do the exact same Alaska cruise on the same ship in 2025, a year later, and then just decided to do Canada instead. But we really liked Princess, so it was just a mechanical issue that kind of screwed up the Alaska cruise, but nothing they could do about it.
It's 9 o'clock at night and we're still here. No idea why we're here because nobody said a word for hours. And on top of that, my luggage is not here. It was never delivered to the stateroom. So we are off to a very, very weird start here.
Casey.
10 o'clock at night, still here, Vancouver.
Approximately.
And now we find out that Ketchikan has been canceled because we apparently have some sort of propulsion issue with one of the azipods or one of the electric, probably azipod, I guess. So you get the Vancouver skyline at night. A little chilly out here. Now that one is, as crazy as it sounds, I think I've seen in one of the videos before where the crew members are able to, because the azipods, that are under the ship are enormous, and they're able to actually climb down into them, like through the bottom of the ship, and get down into it to a certain extent. So, but if there's any sort of a problem down in there with like bearings or something that actually, either causes one of them not to be functional at all, or to just only operate at up to a certain speed, then that would explain what they're talking about, where the ship can't maintain maximum speed or proper speed or whatever. So
supposedly we're leaving between 10 and 11. There's a tug over there. Maybe that's a good sign.
Here's the sun deck on 15. They had this pool covered earlier, and they uncovered it. No idea if that water's heated or not. And then this pool down here on 14, where the net is, they had this one earlier today uncovered, and then once we got into the evening, they covered that one. So, here we sit, with no explanation from the crew as to if we're actually leaving, when we're leaving. Could have a Radiance of the Seas on our hands, which was a Royal Caribbean deal back in April 2024, where they never even got out of port. Everybody was all checked in on the ship like we are now, and then they kicked everybody off and canceled the cruise because of a similar propulsion issue. So that is definitely a possibility here. That would be a mess because we would have no place to stay. Then there's the whole flying home fiasco, because right now we were supposed to fly home from Whittier, Alaska, Anchorage, Alaska, next Saturday, 7 days from now, on the 18th. Today's the 11th. Yeah.
Wasn't it Virgin Voyages? I had all the games and stuff. And
yeah, it was down. It was on deck
Air
7.
hockey.
Yeah.
Was that? No, Beyond was the one that had the sand, right?
No, that was Virgin Voyages.
Oh,
that was it was down on deck 7.
Whatever that game is with the sand. Right, so it's 10:30, and we're still here in Vancouver. Supposedly we're going to leave between 10 and 11, so we're halfway there. No longer going to Ketchikan. There is a, what are they calling it? Propulsion issue? Yeah. Propulsion issue. So they called off Ketchikan. And possibly getting late into Juneau. And that's hopefully if we at least leave here tonight. So we will see.
Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. At night, on a beautiful Saturday in May of 2024. And we're still trying to figure out if we're actually going to leave and go somewhere.